afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues. We are pleased to welcome you again to the second International Conference on Smart Computing and Cybersecurity Day 2. First and foremost, warmest congratulations to all the team members engaged in the organization of this great event. Organizing what is seemingly challenging due to the time we are now, congratulations. I believe that all of you enjoyed the presentation during the sessions, which reveal the amazing diversity in smart computing and cybersecurity areas. Without wasting much of your time, please, I would like us to welcome Professor Basim to welcome our keynotes. Please, can you clap for him?
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of SMARTCYPER-2021 committee, I would like to welcome you again for the second day of SMARTCYPER-2021. Today it's an honor to have our keynote speaker, Dr. Satyabrata Aich, CEO of MindChain Company, South Korea, with keynote presentation titled Blockchain Technology Scope for Healthcare Industries. Please welcome him.
Okay, very good afternoon to all of you. Okay, can I start right now? Okay, very good afternoon. And then today I'm going to speak about the blockchain technology and what are the scopes for healthcare industry. So before going to the detail, actually, I just want to give an introduction about what is blockchain technology. So blockchain is a system where actually anybody cannot able to hack or change if once we record the informations, and it's one of the distributed ledger technology where everything will be recorded in terms of hash, which cannot be changed in the real time. So if you look at some of the important properties about the DLT, is actually programmable. So that means we can program the smart contract. It's like in the real time, we also do a lot of contract when we do some work. So this is also can be done by using the smart contract. It's very secure because all the informations are encrypted. As I told you, it's all about like hash functions. And it's all about like anonymous. As I told you, in the Bitcoin, you don't know, like it's all about like sending the money in the address. So who is sending, where he is sending, we don't get any information about that one. And it's like anonymous because all the network participants, they agree to validity each of the records what is there in the blockchain, and it is time stamped because all the transactions that is done, the time and everything is recorded at that particular time, and it's immutable. It's because you cannot like reverse something. Once it's done, it's done. So it's already there. You cannot delete it. You can change it, and it's all about distributed because it's distributed. Like one copy will be distributed to everyone. So this is the important points actually why the blockchain is very important, because all these properties make the blockchain very special. So just like giving an overview how it works. So first, like when some users actually request for a transaction, then the block is created, and then the block is actually broadcasted to all the node in the network, and then all the nodes actually validate and inside the system. And then only the block is added to the system, and then the transaction is verified and executed. So that's how a blockchain work in the real time. So since we are talking about healthcare applications, I'm going to just giving an overview of different areas where blockchain has been used, and also still people are doing a lot of research. So if you look at like neuroscience, genomics, clinical trial, pharmaceutical industries, biomedical, and also like electronic healthcare records. So all these areas actually the blockchain has been used, and also still people are doing a lot of like research in this area. And also if you look at the health case, the use case categories, actually you can see it is used for supply chain management, digital identity management, and then also in insurance, and also in the clinical activities, and also data, big data, and other fields. So there are some use cases actually which I'm going to. This is actually one of the paper actually which I wrote like this year in the conference actually. So it's all about like, since people are getting scared of like doing. If you ask them to do something like last year we did something like detecting the COVID-19 using chest X-ray. But people are not using those kind of software because they know that if my data will be available in in the software, like in the system, then anybody can use it for different purposes. So that's why people are getting scared of giving those data, and then also sharing these data for to putting in the software and then getting the result. So because of that, actually we this is an architecture actually we made, and also this project actually selected. Now we are working on it. So it's all about like how can we protect all the data, and also at the same point of time, not only the data, actually the AI models also. So first thing, actually, if you look at all like data, coming from getting from the pharmaceutical company or hospitals or maybe the university, those data will be stored in a federated learning server. So what's the meaning of here is like, in this case, actually, let's say we have different university in Korea, like Seoul National University or Korea University or India University. So they have their own data. Let's say they have they have own data of the chest X-ray of each of the patient, like whom visited their hospital. So based on that one, actually they created one AI model, let's say for detecting COVID-19. So in that case, the model that is created for Seoul National University or maybe Korea University or the India University, that is belongs to them. Okay, so in that case, what they just have to share this AI model to this federated learning server instead of like giving the original data. So they don't have to share the data, but they can just only provide this AI model, and all this AI model will be learned from each other in this learning server, and the best model will be come out, and that model will be safe, and those can be used by every hospital. So in that case, the best thing, actually, they don't have to share their data. And then if let's say the whole system, the data or maybe the AI model that goes to the blockchain system, then through the smart contract, actually, if we can sell those data or the AI model. So let's say if any university is requiring those model or data, they can take it by paying the money. If the hospital want to or maybe private clinic, they want the data also, they can buy it. And also in the insurance company or maybe in a big data company, they want to do some research also, they can buy it. So in that case, actually the user will be, so if you see the right side picture, you can see that the user will be having a doing all the transactions has been done with the smart contract. So the user will be knowing that where my data are going, who is using my data, and what purpose they're using the data. So all these informations will be be transparent. So that's one of the case study. And so luckily this project, actually we applied for a research project, actually is selected, and then we are working on it. And this is also one of the use case, actually recently done it, like how can we encrypt and decrypt the medical data. So if you look at in the left hand side, actually we can create it's called a MetaMask wallet, because it's based on the Ethereum. So here actually all the data will be the user will be created one wallet, and then after that he can upload the data, and with our API, actually you can encrypt those data, and then it will be saved in IPFS. IPFS is a protocol where the data can be stored and also shared, but don't be visible to anyways. It will depend on the Web3. And then whenever someone actually want to download the data, they have to pay the money. So that's why the smart contract is there. So when the condition satisfied, then only the person will be able to download the data, and that will be it'll be the first encrypted file will be decrypted, then it will be given to the user. So there are other case studies, actually, like one of the case study now, the company Capgemini is working on that one. Is like whenever we use like different kind of social media network or maybe wearable device, so all the data actually they are collecting, and then they're not sharing with anyone, and then they're maintaining actually one smart contract. So in that one, if the particular user, they want to like reach a, but let's say I save something like a lot of fitness app. And then if I say, okay, my daily calorie goal is, let's say, only 500 kilocalorie. So based on that one, actually, all this information will be stored in the smart contract. And if a person is achieving those goals, then automatically it will be, giving some kind of incentives, some kind of things will be given to the user. So those kind of case studies is now is working. Capgemini is working on those kind of case studies. And then the other one, which is most required by many of the the people actually who is traveling all over the world. The main problem actually, let's say, I'm in India or maybe any other country and I'm traveling to Korea and suddenly something is happened. So I have to be because my medical information is not available here in Korea. So it's very difficult to get the insurance or maybe something and then maybe admitted to the hospital in Korea. But if now they are planning, actually they're making this system where actually your information will be available like anywhere, and then because it's available in the blockchain, and you don't have to be scared about like losing the data or something tampering on your data. And then whenever you need actually that one, then that data that particular time actually it will be opened there, and then it will be helpful for actually you can easily admit it to the hospital. So let's say real time use case, actually they're working on it, even though one Korean company also working on that one, that how can they give better care to all the foreigners who are traveling to Korea. And then also they don't have to lose any data or maybe finding any problem of securing the data. And then there was the use case of like tracking the clinical trials, because whenever they do a lot of let's say vaccine or like any new medicines, so they usually do the clinical trial. But sometimes what happens, like people also do the fake clinical trial and then also give the that okay, this particular drug or vaccine actually giving good result, but in real time it may not be happen. So that's why if all the data will be recorded in the blockchain, then it will be transparent. Okay, when, what time, which actually which is the person actually has been done the clinical test. So all the system will be properly recorded. And as I told you in the beginning, that we cannot reverse any information what is going in the blockchain. So this will be giving a clear cut idea, like okay, how many patients are actually done these clinical activities, when, where, everything will be properly maintained. So that's how we can make a system transparent and also secure. Then there was one more interesting use case. Actually, one of the company in Singapore is working on that one, that like bundled payment. So because whenever we go to the hospital, we are also looking for like the quality of treatment. Okay, so here actually, like let's say I'm a person actually, and then I'm continuously going to that particular hospital, and then I need some treatment. So what they're doing actually, they just continuously, instead of like paying only one time, they'll be like all the system, all the information will be recorded at in that hospital. And whenever you travel, and depend on your quality of treatment, whether you are satisfied or not, and then so accordingly actually you can bundle the payment, like one time, two time, three time, four time you visited, like kind of like an episodic care. You go and then you get the treatment, and depend on the quality of treatment, actually you can pay the money, and automatically it will be, because everything will be written in the smart contract. So accordingly the money will be deducted. But if the quality of treatment is bad or something in that smart contract it is mentioned, then the money will not be deducted. So in that way also they are working on this kind of a product. Sorry. And then there was also like interesting use case. Actually, there also one of the company working on that one. It's like out of network claims. It's like the pregnant mother, actually sometimes they have this gestational diabetes, but the case is not they're not much people actually suffered with those kind of problem. So if it is available, like, so the company which is working on that one, that offering this service, and then saying that okay, if you are suffered with this kind of diabetes or maybe disease, then only you pay the money will be deducted from your account. If not, then you don't have to pay any money for the insurance actually. So it's like out of network claim. So but you can register as a member for that insurance. And then this is also like one of the use cases where this is actually for the supply chain, because we don't know, like whenever the company actually producing some of the drugs, actually they are like from the manufacturer to the final consumer is coming. In between also they do a lot of like fake things. Okay, like although the original product is coming from the manufacturer, but the wholesaler can change the product. Maybe the pharmacist also can change the product. So whenever it comes to the patient, actually they can get also the fake product. So in that case, actually, so to make that process like transparent, so everywhere, like from the beginning itself, a hash is created, then everybody can actually validate that particular key, that okay, whatever product actually generated from the manufacturer, actually the patient can verify that one. Okay, this is the product actually I'm looking for, and it is original. It's not like a fake product. So in that way also it will be it's a good case study, and currently many like pharmaceutical company, they are working on this supply chain. of the drug. And if you look at, this is actually one of the paper I recently published in sustainability. We just talk about like what are the critical factors that is affecting the in the healthcare industry. So if we look at that one, we found that the short-term goal is like the regulatory clarity and governance, because the government or maybe particular the regulatory part, actually they have to give like like a kind of a standardization, so that the people can use those benefits of using blockchain system. And then there are a lot of things like trust. Then also in the beginning, because it will take a lot of like investment, and then also there are not many blockchain developer in real time. If you ask like because we are now a blockchain company, we are working here, but we could not find many people who are just like 3 of us. We are started working on our product. It's really difficult to get it. Not only here, actually all over the world also, you'll be finding very few people who are working on this blockchain. So, and also like it is still it's very early stage. So people are not know exactly how the benefit is coming from blockchain technology. So all these things are like the factors actually we found it like important for implementing blockchain in healthcare industry. And then if you look at the opportunity and challenges, so all the opportunities actually you can say that okay, it's a transparent and then reduced transaction time, secure, cost efficient, and then irreversible. But the challenges are, as I explained, like is interoperability. Okay, because we need to be as the case study of like the medical care, like for global medical care, it has to be interoperable. Like anybody can anywhere can access the information, but it has to be safely accessed. Scalability, actually it should be scalable. Storage also a big problem. And then as I told you, like requires standardization, because that only then you can use the same system all over the world. So those are the challenges and opportunities in this industry. But this blockchain is going to be a big thing, because slowly it's gaining the market. And then by 2027, it's said that 10% of the global GDP is expected to be stored on the blockchain. Okay, and then the other good thing, if you know that we talk about Bitcoin, and then there will be a limited amount of Bitcoins are available, will be available, and the total number is 21 million Bitcoins. So if anybody want to keep also Bitcoin, it's a good chance, because once it reaches to 21 million, then they will stop it. So no more Bitcoins will be created. So whatever value will be there, then it will be like, that person will be, maybe one day also he could be a billionaire. So if anybody want to buy Bitcoin also, they can do it, because the value is keep on increasing. And yeah, this is my contact actually. So we are in Busan, and then we are currently working on blockchain product and AI. And also we are now developing one NFT marketplace, which will be for artists, for musicians, or maybe anybody who can create their own NFT by using those unique products, and then they can buy and sell in our marketplace. So thank you so much. Any question? You'll be welcome.
Thank you, Professor Rice. So any questions we have from the viewers or Zoom or YouTube?
Pardon me. Yeah, could you be, if you're a little bit louder, to be okay, because I cannot able to hear the question actually.
Okay. Yes, I have one. Okay, we are asking if there is a question in the Zoom or via YouTube. No. No. Okay. From Grace is having a question here. So, Grace.
Yeah, I have this challenge when I look at blockchain in general. I don't know whether you can clarify the point of change, because things do change, and since we cannot revise it back,
yeah.
If we just cannot revise, what about if there is any need for change? What happens in a situation where we have like some properties, maybe you bought and you already use blockchain to make the sale, and eventually something happens and you want to change it, maybe you want to transfer it to another person. How do you do this? I just want to know the points when we need a change, since we can't reverse it.
Yeah, this is actually one of the good point in blockchain. Actually, if you make any mistake, let's say if I want to send some money to others, okay, and then if you make some mistake also, like putting the number or maybe that particular hash thing that is created, then the whole money is gone. Actually, you can't do anything, because and then whatever actually you have done is already like recorded. You cannot change it. And then when you talk about like how they give the validation. Actually, let's say like Ethereum is working on called proof of work model. Okay, so we actually if we do something, then we send like the same point of time we're sending, let's say in that particular network we have 100 people. Okay, so we send that work to 100 people and then ask, okay, that okay, this is the new work has been created, whether you will like it or not. So if 51 will say yes, then automatically that will be validated. But if only 49 say yes and 51 say no, then that will be not validated. So it's like proof of work. But now it's a proof of stake model is coming, where like if I have like a lot of stake in that particular network, let's say I am having 51% or maybe somebody has 49%. So depend on that, only those performer, they will take a decision whether they will going to added the block into the system or not. So it's depend on the what kind of model actually we're like blockchain we are using. So but currently everything is depend on the proof of work. So anytime anything is new is created, it has to be sent all of the participants in the network, and they has to say that yes. Like if 51% say yes, then that will be validated, or otherwise it won't be validated. But as I told you that anything whatever you made a mistake or something like that, it cannot be reversible. So you have to be very careful doing any kind of transaction, and also it is recorded. So that's why it's safe and any point of view, like the security point of view. But we can't do anything actually. That's we have to be very careful on that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well answered.
So, in fact, thank you, Professor Dr. James H. For your presentation. Very informative as usual, and it's a pleasure having you back from the second version of the Smart Cyber. You were with us last year and now again, and with more improvement. Last year we joined us as a CEO of another company, and today you are joining us with another company. So
yeah, right. Because last year the company I was working for, actually it was a healthcare company. That is also like I was a co-founder, but because of some the company, some of the personal issue, actually I have to quit that company, and then created a new company. That's why as I told you, like we have to be change the whole like informations which I have like before. And this is a company actually we started from month of May. And it's not only like we work on blockchain, AI and IoT together. And then currently, which is our product, which is coming soon, like next week, which is all about NFT. If you heard about the non-fungible token, it's a NFT marketplace where we actually are developing this platform for all the artists or musicians or anybody. Actually, they can create their unique things, and then also they can buy and sell in that marketplace. So this is actually our product, but we also do a lot of service things for other companies. Yeah, so that's all about. And this, I'm really, happy that I got a chance once again to be, as a speaker in this conference. Hopefully, on the third person, actually, we can meet in offline, and then I can able to contribute more actually in the next year. Hopefully, in any way, I'll be, telling you on that particular situation maybe next year. Don't know what is going to happen in 1 year. Maybe some miracle happen, and then maybe something good, then I'll be a good sponsor of this conference too. So really, pleasure to be here, and then giving a speaker like here in this format. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor. All right, so then I think we can move to the next paragraph, which is about announcing the Best Paper Award.
Okay, now it's time to introduce the winners of the best papers presented in this conference. So let me call Prof. Absi, the General Chair of the Smart Cyber 2021, to introduce the winners of the top or the best papers in this conference.
All right, so frankly speaking, we received many high-quality papers, and it was not easy decision to come out with the best paper, because all of them, they really look beautiful, innovative, and informative, and very good shape. But we still came out with the best paper awards for the best 5 papers. Maybe we can change the slide to the first. The order here of the paper award doesn't matter, in fact, because we have five sessions, so we came out with quality papers among all these sessions. So the first one is hybrid-based model phase shape classification using ensemble method for hairstyle recommender system. The second base paper award goes to real-time-based COVID-19 social distance detection using deep learning. Third is an improved Kalman filter measurement model employing regularized least squares problem. And the fourth is agricultural fertilizer recommendation system. And the last is the attack on AI smart speakers with a laser beam, which is for security, from security perspective. So that was, in fact, for the best paper award. So I really thanks and appreciate all the authors and all the participants who participate in this conference and brought their knowledge and share it with others. We hope that this will be reflected and will be, formalized more for the publication and will be shared with everyone who is interested in the result outcome of this conference. So maybe.
Congratulations to all of the winners, and thank you for your participation in the conference. I'd like to thank all of the paper's authors for their participation in this conference. They have had a great efforts and have participated actively. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to invite all to join the third edition Smart Cyber 2022, and we are looking for your contributions. Let me call Prof. Absi, the General Chair of the Smart Cyber 2021, to launch the Smart Cyber 2022 debate.
All right, so as you might, you are able to see, in fact, this is first slide still. Okay, first slide. Okay. The conference for next year will be Smart Cyber 2022, and still will be held here in KDU Global Campus, and the expected date will be, conference date will be July 14 to 15, 2022. As we mentioned in the website, this is still, the website in fact is still under development, more contents will be there. But the dates for the submission already mentioned there, which is submission for full paper is May 15, 2022, and notification of acceptance May 29, and registration camera ready is June 15. So the same concept of previous versions of Smart Cyber in 20 and 21. The Smart 22 will still bring the most and up-to-date state-of-the-art technologies and bring all academicians, practitioners, entrepreneurs all together in our forum. I think we look forward for your contribution and submission for the next year within Smart Cyber 2022. And please feel free to share these details with your colleagues and people you are aware of. I think, maybe ladies and gentlemen, it's really the time now to thank each and everyone who contributed to this conference, starting from the authors themselves, participants, our great speakers, and the organizing committee, our all teams, even viewers from YouTube and Zoom who join us and support us within this difficult time. Our apologize for the hosting this in a virtual mode. I know it might be not convenient, but unfortunately because of COVID-19, there was no chance to do that. And as Professor James mentioned, that we hopefully now next year we'll have it physically here in KDU Global Campus, and of course with more sponsors, as Professor James mentioned. And yeah, and with this, I think we reached to the last thing for this day for the Smart Cyber. And with this, I think I would like to declare the closing of this conference of Smart Cyber 2021. So on behalf of my colleagues and all Smart Cyber 2021 family here, I thank you all, and thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it has been a wonderful time being together. Thank you for making up time to be with us this afternoon. I wish you all a pleasant day, and we hope to see you next year, July. Thank you, and have a safe time. Bye.
Share the screen, the Smart Cyber of the video already.